Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here tonight. What I would like to do next is introduce our guest speaker. I would like to introduce the person who created and wrote The Straight Path to Real Estate Wealth. He is the president and founder of the Strongbrook Group. While in college, Chris had purchased his 12th investment property. Within 1 year after that, he had completed his 25th real estate transaction, and within the years after that had gone on to partner on hundreds of other real estate deals. He is the author of the book, The Straight Path to Real Estate Wealth, which teaches people how to be financially liberated through real estate in today's economy. Please put your hands together and welcome the president and founder of the Strongbrook Group, Mr. Chris Crone.
Friends, how are we doing today? Good. We are here to talk about three things, and they're on the screen. We're here to talk about, say it with me, wealth, freedom, and cash flow. And for what? Life. Guys, for life. Okay, now listen. You're going to find with the information I'm going to be delivering, not a whole lot of hype and not a whole lot of energy. I'm going to be showing you exactly how to accomplish these things in today's economy. Because is this economy today different than what we've been experiencing in the past? It is a new economy, and a lot of things that used to be working are no longer working today. Let's get really real with what's happening in this country. By the age of 65, what percent, you tell me, of Americans do not have enough discretionary funds to even write a check for $600? What percent? 90%. And you've got 54% of them still working, but only 3% have achieved something we call financial security or financial independence. What are those 3% doing that obviously the rest of us are not? On top of that, the Wall Street Journal has come out and they said that we are facing our worst financial crisis since the when? Yeah, the Great Depression, right? What do you guys think? Is it all bad news? Is the media right? Is it the end of the world financially for this country? Or is it possible that there is an opportunity in all this for everyone? Opportunity? That's exactly what I believe. In fact, we've got reports from the Wall Street Journal that says that foreclosures are mounting at new peaks more than ever before. And look at what's happening to the families of this country. They're being kicked to the curb. They're losing their homes. I'm telling you right now, there's an opportunity. You are going to learn how you can be a part of the solution to putting families back in homes. Now listen. CNN Money recently just came out and they said, forget stocks and don't bet on gold. After 4 years of plunging home prices, you have got to be interested. In fact, the investment you cannot ignore is what? Real estate. It's real estate investments. It's single-family housing. In fact, we've got Warren Buffett that just recently, a couple weeks ago, gets on a 3-hour interview and he says, you cannot afford single-family homes bought the right way in a distressed manner. Real estate is one of the nation's best investments. In fact, he went on later in this interview to say right now, and I quote, as I mentioned a little earlier, actually, single-family houses bought on a distressed basis now and financed over a long term at these interest rates may be the best investment of them all. And I do not know who better to learn from and listen to than Warren Buffett. Friends, I'm here to share with you a company, in fact, a family of companies called Strongbrook REIC. It is a business about people. These families of companies synergize and come together to create an ultimate real estate power team, to take something that for the average consumer is very difficult and makes it far simpler and far easier. And for me to share this message with you, I'd like to pause and step back for a moment, and I'd like to share with you the very first house that I ever did because it's what actually began my journey. Can I share that with you? This house that you see on the screen here, this tiny little cheese ball of a home, you might look at that and wonder, how could anyone make money out of that little sorry thing? But I'll tell you what that house did for me. It opened the doorway to freedom for me. My wife and I have been married for a little over 10 years. And when I got married, I was a freshman in college, so super young. And after we got married, my wife turned to me and she says, Chris, I think it would be good for you to go out and get a day job, a full-time job, because if you do, then we don't have to go into debt with our schooling. We might be able to make it. How cool would it be to graduate with no student loan debt? I thought it was a good idea. What I didn't realize is that I'd be getting up at 5 in the morning to get ready to go to class and race off at noon to not get fired from my job for being late and work till 8, 9 o'clock p.m. at night. How many of you here in this room know what it's like to work super, super hard, maybe in 2 full-time jobs, 3 jobs, and still feel like you are not getting by and that you're not getting ahead? Yeah. Sounds like most of us have been in a situation like that. Well, to make matters worse, I'll never forget the day that I came home from work and I found my wife in tears. And her cheeks were stained from crying. She had been crying for some time. And I was petrified because so far we had just gotten through the honeymoon phase. I thought everything was going all great. And so to find her in tears, I thought, oh my gosh, did I do something wrong? And when I asked her, Clint, why are you crying? She said, Chris, I was balancing the budget this afternoon, and we do not have the money to pay for rent in 5 days. We do not have the money in 3 weeks to pay for tuition. But then I'll never forget the tremble on her lips as she told me the reason why she was crying is because she went to the store to go shopping, but she didn't have any money to pay for the groceries. How many of you know what that's like? Yeah. When I wrote my book, The Straight Path to Real Estate Wealth, it was so that no being on this planet would have to face that type of situation, but they could actually be empowered with tools. The tools I became empowered with as I got taught by 2 mentors how to make money in real estate. Now, I was just a college kid, but I met a couple of people that had made a lot of money in real estate. And how many of you here know someone that has succeeded in real estate, right? We're all sitting here because real estate has the ability to deliver on a powerful financial promise. But not everyone has a system all figured out on how to do it. Well, these 2 individuals did, and they taught me. And that's when this house came into my life. You see, when I bought this house, I bought it at such a discount that when my wife and I moved into it, we rented out the basement and we were living for free. You think college kids living for free financially start to get ahead and alleviate that burden a little bit? Well, I lived in this house for a short time, and then I sold it, and while in college, made over $50,000. Now, does $50,000 make you rich? No, but I opened a door to financial freedom because I knew this. If I had done it once, then I could what? I could do it twice. If I could do it 10 times, I could do it what? 100 times. And that is exactly what I went on to do because it became a mathematical equation. I'll never forget my wife and I sitting down and deciding how many homes do we need to buy to produce a residual income where I can quit my job. And I will tell you that one of the happiest days of my life was the year after I graduated college. Because when I bought that 25th home, it meant that I had achieved a significant 6-figure residual income that exceeded the amount of money of the goal that my wife and I set after just doing one home. I'm going to share with you right now the exact system of how I did that and went on to buy many homes. It's written in my book, and it's 4 simple steps. You've got to know how to have a game plan. You've got to know how to find the right kind of deals. You've got to know how to acquire them, and you've got to know how to profit from them. And making money in real estate, for me, can be condensed into these simple 4 steps, and I want to go through them with you right now. Here's the first one. You have got to have a game plan. What do you need to have? Game plan means that you know where you are going. You know how many people I've met that have gotten into real estate and they got 2, 3, 4 homes and then they hit the wall? You know what I mean by hitting the wall? Like, I don't know how to buy my 10th home, my 20th home. I'm stuck. I'm talking about knowing how to dynamically buy that real estate. Here was my plan. I bought that house where I got to live for free, and less than a year later, I was able to leverage the equity in that home to buy my second home a city away that I was able to make $600 a month off of. Dumb college kid living for free plus getting $600. Make sense? Friends, that was the start of my plan. Now, I'll tell you, everyone here listening usually falls into one of 12 different buckets. And those 12 different buckets each have a game plan. I've got people sitting here that have financially lost everything. I've got people here that have made millions of dollars. And I've got people here that have done everything in between. And to make it simple for you, we have taken this entire game plan and we've built it into an online software where at your fingertips right now, I'm going to lead and guide you at the end of this meeting to know where you can go to get your own customized game plan so that regardless of wherever you're at in your life, we can show you step by step over the next 10 years what you need to do to be living the life that you want to live, to have the kind of freedom that you want to have. The second step is going to be acquiring these deals. Now, before I share that with you,